just read some verses here from the Quran and share a story that impacted me about water here. So I know I'm supposed to be creative, so I just, the groups have been very, very good, so I'm just trying to work with them. Okay, so just wanted to first read what the verse says here. It's a little long, but just for those who are interested, it's in Surah Qaf, Surah 50. The verses are really 9 through 11, but I'll just read 9, just for the sake of time. It says here, "For God's name, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer, and we send down blessed water from the sky." Hello. Hello. I'll just read from verse 9 here. But it is, again, Surah 50 in the Quran, Surah Qaf. The verses are actually 9 through 11, but for the sake of time, just verse 9 here. "And we send down blessed water from the sky, and we produce therewith gardens and grain of every kind for harvests that are reaped." So what I was thinking about here was how valuable water is, not just for us, but for other life forms. So here I'll actually get a chance to use my Netflix viewing log here. There was something that I saw on orcas, and I thought it was going to show them hunting, right? The killer whales, they were going to show them hunting, and they were showing how they are now endangered because the circle of life that the orcas used to eat is now under contamination because of our misuse of water. And so it was talking about how, first of all, the plants are contaminated that the scallops eat. And then the stingrays that eat the scallops now become contaminated. And then the orcas who eat the stingrays now are just washing up on the shores, helpless on the shores, dying a slow death because of over-contamination. And for me, when I had a chance to travel, one of the things that when we do, when we get ready to pray, we're supposed to make ablutions called wudu. But oftentimes, you'll hear the water just running, right? But when you travel around the world and you go to other countries, you'll see when it's time to make prayer, they'll bring you just a body of water, and that water is what everyone has to use. And you used to just kind of use the sink, and you realize, wow, I'm supposed to really be able to make wudu in just small amounts, and you really learn how precious and valuable water is and how we overuse it. If you just think about when you turn on the sink to wash your dish or get ready to cook or wash off the fruit that you use or the vegetables, just think of how often the water is running. We're just doing other things, and we turn away from the sink and the water is just running. But yet, people are so desperate for this very, very thing. The last thing I want to mention is an inspirational story in the Quran, but I want to mention how water is used in all of the great faith traditions in serious occasions. Like, for instance, Moses parting the Red Sea, water being parted. Jesus, peace and presence be upon him, turning water into wine, water. And then you have the Quran, the story of a woman so desperately looking for water as her young baby is almost fading away from the earth from dehydration. And it shows how much of a panic she was, running from hill to hill and hill to hill in search for water. And at the very last point when she began to give up hope, at the baby's feet, water bursts out. And she didn't just start gathering the water. First, she tried to contain the water to keep the water from spilling over, and then she gave water to her baby, and then gave water to herself, and then later on, they was able to turn that small watering place into a village, into a town, and now it's a city that people pray to all over the world as a place of rectitude and a place of salvation. But at that time, it was nothing but a place desolate, but it started with water. So God is trying to sell us something profound, that this water is not only a resource for our life, it is also an avenue and a way that we are connected in a way that makes us human beings and makes us stewards of the creation. So the least we can do is replenish and protect and save this very, very, very valuable resource called water. Thank you.